All right, welcome back. This is an old friend, Wand Still, not formerly known as Wand 5. And the last time I left this, I was putting some filler in here, and I did scrape some off. As a little test. I've been testing this other wand first, though. It has more to do, and I don't really like it with this wand, this color. But I wanted to see, could I maintain some sort of shape with it and get a new shape? And it seems that I can. I mean, if we look here, it's held pretty well. You may not be able to see them because I've turned the resolution down a little bit, so these things don't take like 10 hours to load. But the filler, excuse me, the fillers work pretty well here. And this was kind of like my test case for it. I don't really like the gray per se, but oh, sorry, that was the overhead light for the door. It may come on again if one of the neighborhood cats come in here. I just gave one a toy, one of the strays, and they were playing out in the parking lot with it. Anyways, you can see, well, you might not be able to see, but there's still some voids and stuff in here. But this was like my trial piece. I wanted to see, could I make some shapes with this? Would it be workable like that? Is it just going to cut through too much? Is it going to ruin my tools? And so I don't think it will. It's really going to suck. I may have to cut this out. I wish this was black, actually, but, because I'm not going to be able to get these colors for fillers. And so I'd rather it be very different just to make it obvious and give it that. But I think the black would kind of work a little better with this handle. But anyways, so that was my use case. That one's probably not going to make it. The stem here, the tip is too long, it's too wide, and too much of that is going to be filler, I think. But anyways, we're not worried about that one right now. We're worried about wand number 5. I was trying to think of what I was going to do tonight. Just getting back from Maui. I spent most of my days on the road, so let's just go ahead and carve some of these things down. We can. I'm not a fan of the small one with this, but if I were to put some wear and tear on a chisel, it's going to be on the small one because I use it the least. And I don't want to use the big one because I'm not making big movements here, right? So I should stay away from these edges per se, just get near them, because I can always feather them down going the other way, which is probably, that's kind of what I did over there a bit. And that seems to be the best approach. Here we're just kind of level setting. And as you can see, the stuff you work turns into a very light gray. Ooh, hey now. Don't be getting adventurous there. If that thing falls on my foot, it's going to go stick right into it. I shaved with it the other day, so... Oh, shit. Alright. Whatever. Wait, did I go a couple of whole minutes before I cussed? 3 minutes in. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go the other way. I'm kind of surprised. What the hell's... Is this bump? Is this... I can't remember what wood this is. If it's Bunyan wood, I wouldn't be surprised that it's scraping off like that. That it's softer than the filler. Oh, Jesus Christ! This is acting like it's Bunyan wood. I literally can't remember. Hey, cut that shit out. I'm being cute. Damn it. If it's going to flake off like that, then it's going to create new cavities, right? So, it makes me wonder if I shouldn't just go to I mean, I could do some of the major things like here. Like some of this is... You can see that. Okay. So some of the stuff here, we know I'm going to have to take off some major stuff. That's fine. We're kind of just level setting here. So I don't have to use my files for some of this. But if the wood's going to chip off that easy compared to the wood filler, damn, this will have implications down here, right? Yeah, there's more of this. Most of this is going to come off. We're just filling the voids, but you know, these back ends here are going to be easier to work with. Yeah, this must be bundling wood. All right, well, let's just get some of the big stuff off, and let's just go to the file. All right. So we've got one of the 4-way files here. In most of these files, you know, this is an aggressive removal that's straight. This is the aggressive that's a little curved, and you get that. You've got the less aggressive that's curved, and then the less aggressive that's straight. This might actually be too much for this, so I'm just going to bypass this, and we'll go to the next, which is less aggressive. And the parts where you see the dark here is where we haven't leveled that area out yet. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Now we do have to sand all of this dark stuff off. And the reason for that is that if we need to fill anything in, or if that area is just like going to chip out, then we kind of want to know as soon as possible. So the only way to do that is to make sure that we don't have any of these dark areas. And then we can look to see, do I need to put like a little dab here, and then file it down for levelness, things like that. I mean, it could be rightly argued that if you level it and you still see the dark gray, then that's a void. But just like, I'm kind of treating it like drywall, right? If I'm doing drywall, mudding some of that stuff up. Yeah, I could do that, but I still want to touch it, so that way I can make sure what I have there is solid, even if I have to add more, right? Now, what I honestly don't know is that if I get this wet to rinse it after I've sanded it, how sensitive is that area? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm assuming this is water-based, and so I have to be concerned with that, just like I would with drywall, right? Because you can wet sand drywall repairs to try to help get some of the evenness in there, even if you apply another coat afterwards. It'll also help take care of some of the dust. So you can see some of these are coming off, and man, I hope none of that's going to my lungs, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sure some of it is, but I hope not a lot of it is. There we go. Not bad. So we're looking at a whole handle full of gray. And here we're starting to see that it's coming off as we expected it would. Alright, so we do still have some, let's see if you can see that. We do still have some really small dark gray areas in here, right? They're much more obvious now. So I might hit this up again. And I'll just dab those areas. Or maybe put a thin coat over the whole thing. Because I'm not going to mark where these areas are. And so, like here, it's kind of filled itself in like we wanted it to. Right? That's kind of the effect we're looking for. So that's good. go. Some of this is going away, and we're starting to see some of the wood come back. And our trouble spots are being filled in. Hell yeah. I mean, I know I'm acting like it's monumental, but I'm still enjoying that it's actually working. You know what I mean? Now, is it like perfectly smooth? And that answer is no. Or hell no is probably more appropriate for me, right? More hell no than hell nah. That's just kind of nice. They didn't have nah when I was growing up like that. We had nah. That sort of thing. Of course, they didn't have YouTube, and we were still listening to cassette tapes. So, all right. So this is actually coming out pretty good. I'm actually, yeah, we still got some. Ooh, you can see some of the wood coming off, which is a casualty of the situation. It's going to be too, right? And yeah, this has got to be binding wood, because I don't think I've worked any other wood here yet. Anyways, that is just so fragile. Because some of these trees, like the plumeria trees and things like that, I've worked plumeria wood before, but the problem is that, you know, we talk about these veins on the insides of the trees, and that is a significant portion of those branches, is that, right there. You just lose so much, and they don't necessarily grow that big unless you get the trunk. And I'm not cutting down some plumeria tree just so I can see if the trunk's going to work more than anything else, right? That's just not me, right? I mean, you know, other people do what they want, but that's just not me. So, okay, so we can see here that we've still got some smaller parts. I know you can't see it as well. I apologize. Casualty of YouTube and expediency, including on my part. I've still got some dark stuff here, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably make a coating, probably just put some stuff on there, and then fill those things in, and then let it dry again. I pretty much chose to leave these alone. Yeah, that's working out pretty decently. I'd rather have a black, right? And because I want it to really stand out from the wood. Because I basically have three colors here, unless I want to order it online. I've got this gray, I've got a light brown, and then I've got like a medium brown. And so if you're gonna make something look radically different, if you will, if you want to draw attention to something, then draw attention to it. So, all right, so I'm glad that's working. You know, we'll just reapply some of these areas that have the dark spots in there to try to get those holes filled, and then yeah, that'll be okay. So let's go ahead and work on the tip. Tip's a little bit rougher shape, so we're gonna take a lesson from the other end here, and see what you can see. Take another a lesson from the end here, and just use the file. It's not going to ruin my file. All right. I am largely basing the angle of my file on the repair work, because since I know this other wood's just going to chip out, I can get into a scenario where this chips and then this will never fit, right? It's like a race scenario. I guess that probably would make sense to most people. Say it's like a race scenario with like software and internet stuff, but that doesn't make. It's a similar concept. But one piece the piece before it chips off before it can be fully completed, and then you run into a problem that kind of keeps running itself into circles. So you'll have a problem there. All right, this is turning out pretty well. Since we're closer to the wood now, after that, a little bit more aggressive work there. I'm largely just basing it on the big points I can see as you might not see them, but I can see them when I'm working. And what I expect to happen is the same thing down there. Eventually, it'll take wood off, and then that'll tell me with the darker marks, what got filled and what didn't. Now, I do want to hit this from both angles, actually, both sides. Switch hands here. There we go. This nice little. Okay. You see that's thinning out there. Let's work a little bit more this way. Oops. Not too aggressively though. Oops. Okay. And I don't remember how much filler we actually need here. So once I see it, like I might need to put a little more here if I've actually gotten this flat. It looks like I did okay. I'm gonna take some down right here. The rest of this is, I mean, it's a little flat, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know that I need to really fix it. If I need to fix this, I can see a little nodule right there. Let's just go ahead. All right, there we go. It is a little flat right here, but I think part of that's because this little dip. So it looks like some wood, yeah, some wood split there. It's gonna be a problem with this type of wood. It's just how it is, right? It's also some of the same or similar stuff we were trying to fill in. So I may just put some over here and then put a little gloop right here because that'll catch my attention. It's like, no, why in the hell did I do that? And then it'll let me know. And then I'll put some extra right here so I can stylize it as I need to, but I don't really see any need. I don't see any dark patches there. A little bit of a hole there, but these things are going to get kind of filled as we go and make sure we can round this out properly. Not sure about this area yet. Here I just feel like I'm taking more wood. So let me not base it on the wood and base it on the filler. Okay, so I feel like I need to put a little bit more here because there's a little dip here. It could just be my files coming in right there, and so I'm getting unintentionally heavy on it. So let me just go ahead and do those things because let me brush this off. Really, I should probably like wipe it off, like wet, damp rag, wipe it off, but this should be okay. I don't think it's going to matter that much. All right, I've got the stuff right here. Well, look at that. All right, so let's just go ahead. Be a little juicy here with it. I don't think juicy is a technical term for carving lawns. So, all right, so this stuff is starting to pit out as I'm trying to put this in. And it could just be this stuff in the end here, which is going to apply, is a little bit drier, and so it's a little tacky isn't sticky. You can say it's tacky otherwise too, that's fine, I don't care. So let's just go ahead and over apply a bit here. You know, we need more of a, we want to try to correct this curve to some extent now. Now this stuff's going to shrink, and so that doesn't mean I'm going to put a whole lot on of it, because I can do a lot with just adding additional layers, right? And this wand doesn't cost me anything now. I've already put the work in. Now I do see a void here, and since it kind of runs along that vein, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this stuff in it. I'm sorry if you couldn't see that. You might have, there was a little void right there. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. And part of that's too, I don't know if it'll stop it, because it's kind of a bit runaway in a sense, which kind of sounds stupid to say, but I don't want it to keep going, and I don't know if that's going to work or not. I do know what I'm saying there. So, all right, we have this backyard here from the right. We wanted to build that up some, so let's let's do it. Yeah, we had a little dip right there. So let's just go ahead and plop some snot on that. Some wood filler. Snot. Which it's not. So. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we were at the airport earlier today. My son was trying to be clever. He said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and fall asleep, and then you'll have to carry me to the airplane. I was like, I'll tell you what. Because he was standing up. I was like, well, are you going to lay down? He goes, no. So I'm like, all right, so you're going to be standing up. He goes, yeah. All right. I'll tell you what. If you go ahead and fall asleep while you're standing up, I'm going to ground you. And then he thought about what I said for a second. He's like, that sucked. I was like, yeah, of course that sucked, but you know, he still had to admit he thought about it. All right, so this is kind of what we're looking at now. Wait, we got to do the handle too. Whoops. The hell are you doing there, Scooter? All right, let's go ahead and push that stuff in there. It doesn't take much. Let's get action back up. Ooh, glad I was trying to do a summary because that pulled my head like, oh, what did we work on? Yeah, it's been a long week, man. Sorry. All right, there we go. Let's get some more of this. Let's go ahead and put some more on here. I like how it's going, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. And we got some dark right there. Hole. All right. I think. Yeah, right there. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, jeez. Long week, man. I was sick, too. I got sick a couple days in, and of course, I'm still having to drive all over the damn place. Do I want to fill these or not? Damn it. I don't think I will. I'll just waste this a little bit. So there we go. Safe right here. Okay, cool. All right, 1.5 is shaping up. We got most of the filling done. We put in some little cosmetic filler. Unlike the cosmetic fillers that most of these women, and maybe men, I just may not see them, put on there. This is gonna make this wand look like a marionette anytime they open their mouth. And have you ever noticed that? They look like nutcrackers now, right? Remember the old nutcrackers? Literally like the lever on the back of the mouth goes, you know. Anytime one of those, you look at any of these like news anchors and stuff like that, they all look like they're freaking nutcrackers. It's so stupid. Look ridiculous. All right. There we go. Calling it here. 1.5, getting closer.